There is a growing narrative out there that elected leaders in Washington as a whole all want war in Ukraine because it's good for business. That narrative also serves Vladimir Putin. If somehow he is made to look like a victim, don't get me wrong. There are some in Washington who do want war. Senator Roger Wicker said he had no problem if we're the first to use nukes against Russia. And ding-dong rhino Adam Kinzinger has declared we should be shooting down Russian planes. Those are both idiotic statements. Those people, I believe, are in the minority. But pushing the idea that all of Washington are warmongers is dangerous. Fox News' Tucker Carlson is out front with some of those calls.
This war might go on for a long time. Well, not surprising. They're getting a lot out of it in Washington. The Ukrainian people are getting absolutely nothing other than exile and death and destruction of their country. But in Washington, many are benefiting. As Joe Biden said, if I have to go to war, I'm going with you guys.
Well, look, in the end, I do believe the defense industry benefits. So does K Street lobbyists. But we can't be pushing all of this. So former advisor to Presidents Clinton and Trump and host of Dick Morris Democracy here on Newsmax is here. He wholeheartedly disagrees with Tucker on this. Dick, welcome. Tell me why.
Well, to say that anybody in Washington wants war with Ukraine, particularly with the risk of nuclear war, is just insane. They don't. And he knows, Tucker knows that they don't. Look, he got caught early by saying that he preferred Russia to Ukraine. That's a quote. And now that's very unpopular because of what Putin's doing and showing what Russia really is. So he's in the position of the guy who staked out a position on the deck of a submarine, and now it's gone underwater, and he's looking for a way out. And the way out, he's saying, oh, everybody in Washington wanted this to happen. But no, they didn't, Grant. You did.
I don't think, Dick, that it's a widespread belief, but there are some crazy reporters out there. Ali Velshi literally called for it. You got an NBC reporter asking Jen Psaki, should we putting troops on the ground inside there? What do you make of those people?
Well, I think that there are extremists on both sides. Those who say we should nuke them and those who say we should stay out because it's not our fight. The problem with Tucker Carlson is that he has a hell of a podium there. The #1 rated cable news show in the country. And from the beginning, he has been making excuses for Vladimir Putin, defending him, attacking Zelensky personally, saying he's corrupt and a dictator, and all of that, and saying flat out, give me a choice between Russia and Ukraine, and I'll choose Russia.
Yeah. Let me play another clip from you. This is him talking about getting U.S. in the middle of all of this. Watch.
So our leaders have insisted on placing this country, the United States, in the middle of that faraway war for reasons they still haven't explained.
Well, Grant, let me explain it to you real simple. Number one, if Putin isn't stopped here, he's going to go one another toward all the Eastern European countries, Baltic states, Poland, Hungary, Romania, the whole bit, and reestablish the Russian Empire. Number two, we see how the Russians are as masters when we see what they're doing to Ukraine now. The same country that bombed a train station of people trying to get out, no military value at all, is the same people that now want to run Ukraine. And Ukrainians don't want to be run by them for obvious reasons. Thirdly, we committed ourselves to defending Ukraine. When Ukraine gave up all of its nuclear weapons voluntarily in 1994, my boss, Clinton, signed a treaty with them. Yeltsin and Russia did too, saying we will protect Ukraine's sovereignty. And now the bluff is being called, and Ukraine is stepping up to the plate, and the U.S. is doing its best too. So those are just fundamental facts.
You and I both agree we do not want Americans fighting on the ground, correct?
Yeah. Tucker is just raising that as a red herring. He knows darn well nobody's proposing sending troops in. On the one hand, he says this will lead to a nuclear war, and on the other hand, he said this will lead to another Vietnam. But what he's basically trying to do is to discredit an effort to stop a dictator from taking over a democracy.
All right. Fascinating stuff. Dick Morris, as always, I appreciate you coming on. Have a great weekend, sir.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, where real news for real people.